your referee, Howard Foster. And now, your referee, Howard Foster.
Martirosya is from Belgium. He's 31 years old and was a decent amateur. But the big attraction here, Richie, and good evening, by the way, is that both of them can bang.
Yeah, both decent punchers. I've been impressed with Pierce O'Leary, the way he's gone about things. He starts pretty quick. And yeah, he's decent. 5 wins inside 2 rounds, O'Leary. But he's up against someone who was an experienced amateur boxer, and Martirosya undefeated himself. But I think Martirosya will look to actually cover up early on and just watch O'Leary. He's got to watch out for O'Leary's power early on.
Well, they've had 29 fights between them, 17 stoppages. O'Leary's got support in here tonight, and at the O'Reilly's Judges Pub on Parnell Street in Dublin. They sponsor him, and there's anywhere up to 500 people in there tonight watching it. He's a popular fella. I thought the quote from Frank Warren was perfect when he said that he's like Clark Kent, and when he takes the glasses off, he becomes Superman, because he is a different character inside and outside the ring, Richie O'Leary.
And he'll have a lot of support here as well. A lot of Irish in Birmingham. Big Irish population here. So they will come out to support their man. And like I say, Pierce O'Leary, yeah, looking for the big shots early on. Martirosya just covering up, taking a look at O'Leary. And I think he's got to just practice and just keep that jab going out like that one there, and just keep his distance from O'Leary early on.
As you can hear, there's already a good noise inside the building, which will build to a crescendo for Nathan Heaney's ring walk. He's top of the bill a little bit later on. Wild swing there from Martirosya that just whistled past the ear of O'Leary.
One thing Martirosyan's got to watch out for here, Fletcher, when he throws that jab, he's got to hit the target. If he misses, you watch O'Leary's good head movement, he punches with good counters. So if Martirosya misses with his jab, that's when he could get caught. So he's got to watch it early on here, Martirosya.
10 rounds this one scheduled for. There's a great left hook from O'Leary. Short, sharp, accurate and quick, and Martirosya touches down for the first time.
We were just speaking about it, wasn't he, that he's got to watch out early on. He gets caught with a good shot there. Superb left hook. He was trying to land the right hand of his own, Martirosya, but he got caught flush with that left hook from O'Leary. Cracking shot.
O'Leary can finish things early. 5 wins inside the first 2 rounds, and now the man from Belgium certainly knows the power that the Dubliner brings in there.
Yeah, he's responded quite well, to be quite honest, Fletch, working back behind his jab, but doesn't want to be making those mistakes again. And O'Leary, you see, when you're in at mid-range, he's a powerful man, O'Leary, and that's his game.
A decent response, though, from Martirosya, who's landed a couple of solid shots of his own since taking the count. Final few seconds here of a first round that Pierce O'Leary has already flexed his muscles and showed his power. And a little bit later on, so out they come for the second, scheduled for 10, the WBC International Super Lightweight title on the line, which is being defended by Pierce O'Leary of Dublin.
I actually think Martirosya, he's not bad with his straight shots, Fletch. If he keeps his distance, works with that jab and long straight right hand, he may have some success. It's when he steps into that short and mid-range, that's when your money's on O'Leary. Powerful man, punches hard. So Martirosya has got to, for me, got to stay at distance. You see, powerful on the inside there, O'Leary.
Well, one thing that Martirosya doesn't want to do is feel the ropes against his back too often, because that's going to give O'Leary the chance to unload. O'Leary's gone the distance in 2 of his last 3 fights as he stepped up in class. 10 rounds against Kane Gardner at Wembley Arena in September, and 10 against Emmanuel Mungangela in 2022. But around those fights, the legs just start to stiffen again as Martirosya feels the O'Leary power, and he's starting to find his range and starting to find his rhythm. And there are just signs in there that he's breaking him down.
Yeah, well, he just got caught with a good left hook there again from O'Leary. But before that, there was a short chopping right hand. It was just sort of on the temple area of Martirosya, and it was a cracking shot. And that's probably what started those little slips and stutters there from Martirosya. But good boxing again. Short, mid-range, power shots from O'Leary.
Decent response there from Martirosya, but he can't get out of that corner at the moment. And these hooks are causing a lot of damage from O'Leary. They don't travel very far, but they don't need to. There's a lot of power in them. And Martirosyan already knows exactly what he's up against in there. That's not a bad right, though, from him, yeah, by way of reply.
Nice short chopping shot that was from him. But he's sort of playing to O'Leary's tune here, because he's coming forward, he's planting his feet, and that's allowing O'Leary to get home with the bigger shots. But he fancies it himself. That's not bad either from Martirosyan. See, that's what he's got to revert to doing a little bit better, working with that jab, just measuring that distance and gap before he lets the bigger shots go. Occasionally, you know, you can be a victim of your own success if you think you're going to land big shots all the time. You've got to get back to your boxing and set up those bigger shots.
Well, there's the bell to end the second, as both men were looking to unload.
He 10-8 the first round, and he won that also on 10-9.
One thing that might be worth a mention is the fact it took him 2 goes on the scales, Martirosyan, yesterday, to make the 10-stone limit. He was 9 ounces over when he first tried it. They gave him a couple of hours to get the weight off, and he was able to in the end. But you wonder, the longer the contest goes on, whether that could be a factor. Good shot again from O'Leary, but straight away tried to whip that left hook in himself, Martirosyan. He's certainly a tough fella, isn't he?
Yeah, gambling a little bit there, Martirosyan. He's what they call counter-attacking, so he just led with his backhand, his right hand, trying to beat O'Leary to the punch as O'Leary's coming forward. You've got to get the timing spot on when you counter-attack, beat your man to it, but he did it. It wasn't too bad there with that right hand.
Decent right hook into the body from O'Leary, and mixes up the attacks well. He's not just a headhunter in there. Decent work to the body as well comes in from the Irishman.
And a good approach as well, Flex. There's that double jab, you see. That closes the gap down. That double jab, then you can switch the attack downstairs with the right hand. So it's good boxing from O'Leary. Oh, there's a little cut, you know. O'Leary's right eye, it's just in the corner. It's just a slight, either a graze, but just a bit of blood just coming down.
That's a great shot as well. Long right hand from Martirosyan. Probably the best punch of the fight for him. And he can see that cut, and it might just be spurring him on. And the shot that he's just landed will give him confidence too.
Yeah, that was a good shot, wasn't it? There's only been a success here. Just needs a little bit more head movement from O'Leary as he's coming forward.
Well, it is exactly the kind of contest that we expected between these two men that are used to stopping the opposition when they're in there, and both of them went in looking for the knockout tonight. The early success was with O'Leary, but this is the best round of the fight so far for Martirosyan.
Yeah, he's boxing well, working up behind his own jab. He's been successful with the odd right hand as well. And he's produced a cut on the right eye of O'Leary.
Final 30 seconds of the third. O'Leary's been sparring with Josh Taylor, among others, in the build-up. He's ringside tonight as well. Niall Byrne is the cut man for O'Leary, so he's got a bit of work to do here between rounds.
Oh, lovely short right uppercut that was from O'Leary. What a super punch that was. It just stopped Martirosyan right in his tracks.
On you, okay? He's setting it up here where to start the body.
That's the Pierce O'Leary corner. Joe McNally in there, a little bit more agitated, a bit more urgent with the instructions that he's given him between rounds, as we see the action from the third, Rich.
Yeah, a little bit of a, I think that's where the cut came from. So a bit of success. There's that good right hand from Martirosyan there. So yeah, he had some success in that round.
Martirosyan's been at the iBox gym. He's worked a bit with Sam Noakes prior to his last fight. And he did impress Alan Smith while he was there, and you can see why. Showed a lot of bravery to pick himself up off the canvas in the first round. And the longer the fight's gone on, the better he's become, the more confidence he's shown.
Well, I think he's well schooled, isn't he? He keeps a good guard, and he's a good straight puncher. And his timing seems to be okay also. But I just think he takes on OLeary. That's OLeary's best game at short and mid-range. That's where my money's on OLeary. This is where your Irishman will do his better work.
Really good shots to the body from OLeary, and then Martirosya just seemed to brush himself down as much to say you'll need to do better than that. He's either a really good kidder or his stomach's made of cement.
Yeah, he's obviously a tough nut. Tough nut to crack.
Good shot from Martirosya again.
Not bad at all.
That right hand's his punch, isn't it? In fairness to OLeary though, Richie, they bounce off him.
Yeah, I mean, well, OLeary's tough as old boots, isn't he? He's a tough kid. He's probably the bigger puncher out of the two. But Martirosyan's power, yeah, it's decent, isn't it? But this is where he's got to move from the ropes there, taking on OLeary. And that's OLeary's strength, that short and mid. And when he's backing his man up against the ropes, then
yeah, just tried to sneak the right uppercut through.
Yeah.
The Martirosyan corner is just to our right from the commentary position here at ringside, and every bit of success he has is cheered to the rafters by them. They're trying to get as much confidence into their man as they possibly can, and he really is conducting himself well in there. It's a great start to the night though, isn't it? This fight to this point, a really good card. Top of the bill, Nathan Heaney and Brad Pauls, but this has been a great way to start.
Action-packed, isn't it? No messing around with these two. And yes, the corner, very excited, sort of reminding those judges as well what success Martirosyan rather is having.
OLeary up on his toes, moving towards the end of the fourth round. Good shot again, coming in from the man from Belgium right at the end of the...
Rita, isn't he? He's a good man.
Yes, indeed. Brad Pauls, the opponent tonight. There are rumours of a big fight at the Bet365 Stadium in the open air in the summer if he gets through, so plenty on the line, but there's a lot of action between now and then here on TNT Sports tonight. A fight that looked like it might end early when OLeary had Martirosyan on the canvas in the first round has turned into a really good one.
Yeah, both looking to land their right hands now, and both having success. I think Martirosyan again, with that jab of his, it's a pain in the backside for OLeary. Now and again it just sticks it out, it's in OLeary's face, but the more he comes forward, Martirosyan, the more chance I think OLeary's got probably of landing that right hand over the top. He's just got to lure him into that position where he can whip one over the top, slipping the jab obviously to the left and just whip the right hand over. But yeah, it's a cracking fight, it really is.
Decent combination there from OLeary, who's had a lot of success with those little short, sharp hooks.
Yeah, that's decent boxing there, just behind the jab. 2-3 jabs before he's throwing that right hand again. He's thinking about his work, measuring the distance between himself and his opponent before he throws the right hand.
He's relocated to Liverpool these days to work with Joe McNally. T.S. OLeary was living above a pub when he was based. Now he's with Hovhannes Martirosya.
Yeah, it's close, isn't it? I got it 3 rounds to 2 the other way, actually. But yeah, I think there's not a lot in it at all, is there? Let's face it. And Martirosyan certainly had some success in that last round with that right hand.
So we move into the second half of the fight, scheduled for 10. WBC International Super Lightweight title at stake, being defended again tonight by Dublin's T.S. OLeary.
certainly giving Martirosya some encouragement, hasn't it, Fletch? And there's another good right hand from him.
I think it looked in the first couple of rounds as though the O'Leary left hook was going to be the punch, but it seems like the Martirosyan right is the one that's having the most success at the moment.
Yeah, just there, an example of just being a little bit too far out with that left hook. That's why he's got to use that double jab a little bit more and close the gap down with the feet to land that shot. It's a bent arm punch, remember, the hook, so you have to be in it short and mid-range for it to be most effective. But you've got to get there. You get there with that double jab, fast feet in, and then you whip that left hand over.
O'Leary continues to plough forward, trying to let his own right hand go there.
That was a good shot from O'Leary there, because then the way he just dipped out the way and avoided what was coming back from Martirosya. So that was a nice bit of neat boxing there from O'Leary.
He's got some support and sponsorship these days from Conor McGregor. Pierce O'Leary, very entertaining fighter as you're seeing tonight. No surprise that it's started off like this when we all sat together and talked about the card tonight. There aren't many that you look at and say that's going to be lopsided.
No,
very competitive fights, Richie, from top to bottom.
On the cards, it's a real good night of boxing. It's close fights to call. A little bit of it, there's a cut there. Martirosyan's
really good right hand as well there, Richie. Just as you were talking about the cut, the Belgian lands a beauty of a right hand onto the cheek of Pierce O'Leary.
Yeah, that's what he needs more of, O'Leary, just to move in that head a little bit more. Martirosyan on that front foot, just leaning over, working with his jab, but that's the shot you've got to slip and then get into that position to land that bent arm shot.
I think the point you'd make as well with regard to the cut, it's a little nick around the eye of O'Leary and they've got that under control. It's a more significant cut to the eye of Martirosyan. Final few seconds here of the 6th. Another very competitive round. Though from Victor Loughlin that it was a punch. Yeah, so we can only go by what he said. Based on the replays, you might beg to differ, but that's the way it's been.
But that's what he's called.
So 7th round, and just to reiterate, it did take Martirosyan a couple of visits to the scales yesterday to make the weight. Whether that has an impact later in the fight, we're about to find out potentially, but this has been a good one. It's tight. Carl Frampton had Martirosyan slightly ahead. Richie saw it slightly in favour of Pierce O'Leary. And O'Leary just started to try and up the tempo here in the 7th. Started to take the fight to the Belgian again and started to have some success.
Yeah, it was the left hook, wasn't it, from O'Leary? Super shot on the inside again. He just caught Martirosyan there with a superb shot. There it was again, just a little bit too far out, but he's getting closer and closer with that punch. But that's what set the jitters off there for Martirosyan. It was a good shot on the inside left hook.
And the blood's already flowing again from the cut above Martirosyan's left eye. He catches a right hand on his way out there, the Belgian. This is good work at the start of the 7th from O'Leary, but there's the response again from Martirosyan. Just when you think it's swinging O'Leary's way, he finds a punch himself to drag himself back in it.
Yeah, he recovers very quickly, doesn't he? He's a tough kid, no doubt about it. He's been under a bit of pressure in this round. A couple of good shots from O'Leary, but he seems to have recovered again. The eye looks bad though, Fletch.
Yeah,
blood's running down the side of the face of Martirosyan.
Awful lot of damage around the eye of Martirosyan. It's been a good round to this point for Pierce O'Leary. Good shot though from Martirosyan. I think they felt that one in the back of the hall.
Yeah, I think they both landed simultaneously.
Goes. Just a slip, I think it was. Just a slip.
The eye's getting worse. But yes, I think they both landed at the same time, Fletch.
Yeah.
Martirosyan landed a good shot, but so did Pierce O'Leary. So yeah, cracking round this one.
Inside the final minute of the 7th, all action in there between O'Leary and Martirosyan. And neither man's really wanted to take a backward step. Martirosya whips a really nice left hand into the body.
I think O'Leary's realised he's got to get close to land that left hook. That's his danger shot. But by doing that, then he risks walking onto a right hand. But I genuinely think he's prepared to do that. If he gets close to that left hook, that's the danger shot for O'Leary. And he's getting closer. A couple of good ones there.
I don't know whether you read into body language or anything, but he did just take a very long, lingering look at his corner, Martirosya, when he was moved away by Victor Loughlin.
Well, if weight is an issue, then with this intensity in the contest now, then it will start to take its toll.
Martirosyan's been down. Both of them have showed tremendous punch resistance in there. Two men in fantastic shape heading into the 8th. And Martirosya looking to start this one quickly with that long straight right hand that's been his main punch tonight.
Good response from Martirosya in there. We've said from the start, didn't we? He seems to be better at longer range. Long straight jab, long straight right hand. And when he gets his timing right, it's a good shot indeed. I think O'Leary knows that, and that's why he knows he's got to get inside to land the bent arm shots. Just on the odd occasion, O'Leary's got to step more, a little bit more to his right, Fletch, away from that right hand. You can't drift mentally and walk onto that shot. That's what Martirosya will be hoping for. But it's a cracking contest, it really is. Both landing good shots here.
Yeah, both have done themselves proud in there to this point. Fascinating to know how the judges are seeing it. Certainly feel that he's gaining momentum the longer the fight goes on, O'Leary, after that little flurry in the middle rounds from Martirosyan.
See, that's better work from Martirosyan, but generally he struggled to keep O'Leary at distance. O'Leary has closed that gap behind that double jab, and he's landed the better shots on the inside for me overall.
Both of them landing again. O'Leary might just have got the better of that exchange. There's a good long right again, though, from Martirosyan.
Yeah, great response, wasn't it, from Martirosyan? Straight right hand. Just when you think O'Leary's getting the upper hand with those bigger shots, then the powers of recovery from Martirosyan, very impressive indeed.
I'll tell you what, Richie, if the rest of the night's as good as this, we'll be satisfied, won't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cracking fight to start things off, moving towards the end of the 8th. Blood flowing down the cheek of Hovhannes Martirosya, but it's not slowing him down, it's not breaking the spirit. O'Leary having to work so hard in there in defence of his WBC International Super Lightweight title.
Martirosya doesn't want to be doing that too many times. Whipping downstairs with that right hand, but almost got caught again with that left hook. You see, there's that shot again, the way he goes downstairs with it.
That was a really solid one, the follow-up that just might have stiffened the legs briefly of O'Leary. Nothing serious, but he certainly respects Martirosyan's power.
Yeah, he's a solid opponent, isn't he, Martirosyan? Good round for him.
Another good one. Outside Belgium, 7 years older than the man he's up against tonight. 3 more professional fights, and 2 rounds by Carl Frampton and Richie Woodall's scorecards for Martirosyan to turn this one around. O'Leary in the black trunks with the Irish tricolour down either side, the mainly white now spattered with blood for Hovhannes Martirosya.
Well timed. You see, there he goes. He just made another mistake there, and he got away with it again, Martirosyan. Downstairs with the right hand, but it doesn't really hit the target, and he's leaning forward, and that's when he can get caught with the left hook. You know, his punches, the arm is straightened out to go to the body, and as he leans forward, that's when he could walk onto that left hook. A couple of times in this round, the right hand's been good. It's been sharp like that one there. But when he leads off with it, and if he misses, that's giving O'Leary a chance to land that more dangerous left hook.
I think it's a credit to both of them, Richie. Into the 9th round, a fight that's never really slackened off, that both of them are still punching as often and as hard as they both are. I mean, they're both in terrific condition.
Yes, indeed. And they're both going about it, you know, behind their boxing, behind their jabs. to set up the bigger shots. So yeah, it's a good contest indeed, well matched.
Halfway through the ninth, Martirosya having a bit of success. Hard as nails though, isn't he, O'Leary?
Yes, well, I think they both are, Fletch. You know, they're well matched in skills and toughness here. Oh, there's the left hook. Good shot again.
Yeah, that's the shot. That's the one he's looking for. That's the one that had Martirosya down in the first. He took it really well, in credit to him.
I'll tell you what, he might be tight on the weight, Martirosya, but he's fit. He's a fit kid because he's taken some big shots in this contest and he's recovered each time. So he's a tough cookie indeed.
It's been a good round though, this one for Pierce O'Leary. One more to go after this. Great shot, O'Leary, left hook, and down he goes. And the Irishman just nonchalantly walks to the neutral corner. And Martirosya has a little nod at the referee, and he's counted out. It's a brilliant left hook. It's the perfect finish from Pierce O'Leary, who stops another opponent, defends his WBC International Super Lightweight title in explosive style.
What a cracking shot that was. We spoke about it all night, about the left hook being the danger punch, and he just manoeuvred himself into a position there. It was perfect, wasn't he? Where he got into mid-range and threw that left.
Your referee, Howard Foster. And now, your referee, Howard Foster.